My name is Christy with Rapid Screening Centers. Thank you for joining me today. Today I just wanted to talk a little bit about your DNA collection process and the testing process itself. Once you receive the kit in the mail, which looks like this, it's very, very simple. First step that we want you to do is to read the instructions inside. Read them from top to bottom and just understand how the process works before you jump into it, because we want to make sure that you're not missing a step in the whole process. Once you read the instructions and you're ready to actually do the testing itself, the next step is to pull out the sample collection envelopes for each testing party. Now, before you even begin, make sure to write the names and dates of birth of each testing party on the collection envelopes before you go ahead and do the cheek swabs, because you can get those mixed up, and if they get mixed up and they're cross-contaminated, then you're gonna have to start the process over again. It's just a big pain. So set those out on the table before you even begin, and then just do one sample collection at a time. Once you do the cheek swab, collect the sample, put the sample, or the Q-tip that you're gonna collect your cheek swab with on top of the sample envelope corresponding with the testing party. And then let it dry. Do not just shove it in the envelope and seal it up. That could possibly lead to a molding issue, and then the lab couldn't use the sample. So just make sure that once you do the collection, put it on top of the sample collection envelope that corresponds with the testing party and let it dry. Once it's dry, then go ahead and package it all up and get ready to ship it off. Now, prior to shipping, the one very important step that we want to highlight here is to register your kit online. Now, all the registration information is located within your kit, so just go ahead and read the instructions and it'll tell you step by step how to register your kit. If you don't register your kit, then you're not going to get any information from the lab. If you do register your kit, then you're going to get information from the lab when they receive your samples, and that your samples are in process, and then when your results are ready. Then once your results have post, after about 2 to 3 business days, they'll send you a link so you can actually access your results online. It's a very fluid process, but it doesn't work unless you register your kit. So that's very, very important. So anyway, back to the shipping process. So after you have done the collection and all of the samples are inside the proper corresponding sample envelopes, put it back into our mailing package here. Now, we do have a prepaid shipping label that we advise you to use. Now, the reason why we advise you to use this versus putting just a plain old stamp on your package is you can track it. There's a tracking number located here. So I would advise you to actually take a picture of the tracking number, so then you can track it all the way back to the lab, and so you're not left questioning whether or not the lab has received your samples or not. And like I said, once if you've registered your kit, you will receive an email from the lab stating that they have received your samples. So we just want to make sure that there's a communication between you and the lab. And so the only way that we do that is by registering the kit. So very important. So anyway, that's pretty much the testing in a nutshell. And like I said, make sure to read the directions beforehand, and it'll give you all the specifics on how to do the actual collection itself. And it should be a pretty simple process. So anyway, if you have any questions, comments, anything like that, please list them below. And we look forward to communicating with you more about our company and what we can offer you. All right, have a good afternoon. Bye-bye.